How's everyone doing today? We are live. We're back at it again with another in-store live stream. Hopefully everyone's weekend was fantastic. Hopefully everyone's weekend was great. It's good to see everyone. It's good to be back in it. Who we got first in the live chat? Let's see here. Joseph King, what's up, man? Hell yeah. Special teams, special plays, special players. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. We're all special, even in those ways too. What's up, dude? James Chalikas, what's going on, man? Jaw, hello. Virgil Hill, what's going on, dude? Dark Tree, my boy. Crazy J, what's up, dog? If you guys haven't already, make sure to leave a like on the live stream. Share this around with as many people as you possibly can. Let people know that we are live right now, and this is the spot that they want to be if they want to increase your odds of winning the shopping spree giveaway all for yourself. Again, we have promotions going on right now and plenty, and I mean literally plenty of discounts for you guys to take advantage of as well. Everyone that's just joining in, welcome. Hopefully all of you all had a fantastic week. How was everyone's weekend, first and foremost? How was everyone's weekend? Hopefully your weekend was as good as mine. It was actually a pretty good weekend. I got to hang out with the landlord a little bit. Just saying, just got in good with him real quick. I'm trying to buy that house, man. I'm trying to buy the house that I live in right now. I got to see a show. This past Saturday was really cool. And yeah, man, it was freaking nice. It was just a good weekend overall. I definitely needed it, and I'm glad to be back in it as well, doing these live streams, hanging out with every single one of you. XR Preacher, yo, what's going on, man? Sheba, what's up, dude? What's up? Just ordered an E&L from you all today. That's what's up, Sheba. That's what's up. Casper, good to see you as well. About to start some PT from my back. Wanted to pop in and say hi before. So, hey, well, that's what's up, Casper. That's what's up. Good to see you as well, dude. Blackhawk Operate. I think that's Operator. Want to play Airsoft, and it was way too muddy. Oof, I do apologize, man. That sucks. You know what? I actually I kind of like playing in the mud. I kind of like just getting, just getting into it. Embracing the suck, as they say. I might take that shopping spree giveaway. Say, hey, Jaw, you might. You absolutely might. Again, for everyone that doesn't know, our shopping spree giveaway is a weekly giveaway in which we give away a prize pot. That starts right now. It's $500, which you guys can win. And all you got to do to enter is literally place a $20 or greater order, and that is literally it. That's all you got to do. Place a $20 or greater order. It could be for BBs, green gas, batteries, chargers, literally anything. $20 or more, and you have a shot at winning. However, during these live streams, I like to go ahead and throw in some extra promotions for all y'all. Right, I gave you guys some extra chances. Help to level the playing field, if you will. Helps to level the playing field, where every $50 you spend gets you 5 entries into the shopping spree giveaway. Feel free to abuse the shit out of that. Feel free to abuse the absolute shit out of that. Get yourself an airsoft gun, especially considering all the discounted items we currently have available right now. Up to 20% off the KLI Baba Yaga series, 20% off tactical gear, and that includes Condor Outdoor, 10% off parts, 10% off most airsoft guns, 15 off of the Lance Tactical Gen 2 and Gen 2 Pro Line series, and up to 15% off Classic Armies, and up to 10% off MG4. Again, it's crazy. It is absolutely insane. Make sure to take advantage of all these deals going on. I literally have them highlighted right there for all you guys to take advantage of, right? Do it. Do yourself a favor. And there's a ton of discounted shit, a new batch of discounted items, which are expiring tomorrow night. So make sure to take advantage of those as well. Eden, good to see you as well, man. Good to see you getting in here as well. Nah, that's mine this time. Joseph and freaking you, man. You are going at it, man. And Jaw, like you two are trying to get. I can see it. I like the competitiveness. Again, it can literally go to anyone. But you guys got to get your orders in now while you guys can. So you guys see the poll that we have going on right now, where you guys can vote which is all-around brand is your absolute favorite. Which of these brands provided down in the poll that we got going on in the live chat. Feel free to go ahead and put your choice down. We're trying to get an idea as to what people think. What is their favorite, right? We got Classic Army, Lancer Tactical, Arcturus, and Specna Arms as well. And all these options for you guys to go ahead and vote on as well. And this actually ties into today's topic, going over beginner brands, right? Going over the beginner options that we have, because we do get a lot of people asking, what are some of the best options that you can get as a beginner player, right? Now, thankfully, we at GI have a fuck ton of so many different options, which you guys can go ahead and pick and choose from, right? There's a lot of options. You guys are spoiled for choice. Dare I say, literally spoiled for choice in terms of the amount of options you have available to you, right? Considering how good the standard of airsoft guns has been for the last couple of years, right? Now, in terms of brands, I have them highlighted here, right? The brands and they're literally going to be the same model, brand options that you had in the poll, right? You have, obviously, Lance Tactical, right? Classic Army, Specna Arms, and Arcturus, right? These are probably the 4 best or 4 brands that you can get, like all-around brands, meaning that they offer options in multiple different budgets, right? They're going to give something to everyone, right? A little bit of something for everyone, right? Lancer Tactical, obviously, that's one of those names that should be very, very familiar to you. They've been around for quite a long time, them in Classic Army as well. Have been around for a very, very, very long time. And they were actually in, if I remember correctly, some of the first to innovate in the beginner sort of price range or like more affordable options to really start pushing the boundary of what was possible, what you could possibly get for the money, right? That was the biggest thing that I believe 2016, 2017, right, is when we saw it. Oh, we already get one person getting 35 entries in the shopping spree. Again, we're getting people placing their orders right now. You guys can as well. Get those orders in now while you can. Every 50 you spend gets you 5 entries of winning $500 this week, going this Thursday. Don't miss out. Get those orders in now while you can. Right? Anyway, but yes, going back to what I was talking about, 2017, 2016, I want to say, yeah, most likely 2017, is when we started seeing companies like Classic Army coming out with their ECS for their polymer guns in their skirmish lineup, right? Lancer Tactical had their Gen 2s. Their Gen 2s, and then, of course, followed by the Gen 3s, really started changing the way things were going, right? Because beforehand, you'd have to spend like $300+ for the amount of options of programmability, or just having a MOSFET in general, right? Having a Type 4 inner barrel, having the same level of like quality that you would get. You'd have to spend quite a bit, right? Now, obviously, they're not going to be perfect, right? Obviously, some people, don't really like the polymer construction, but hey, for a lot of newer players, a lot of beginners, that's a fantastic option. It's going to be a lot more lightweight. It's going to be a lot easier to carry around for longer periods of time. And in the majority of the Gen 2 lineup, with the exception, of course, of the Pro Line series, the Pro Line series is going to be obviously the metal body, and some of them are discounted right now. Some of them actually are quite discounted, so you could even get one maybe for a hell of a deal. Now, budget-wise, for most of the guns that I'm going to recommend, they should have options that are going to be anywhere from like the 150 to about the 250 price point. Right, that's the general budget that I would recommend for most people getting into this hobby. Like, what is the baseline price for the gun only? For the gun only. Don't get me wrong. You can definitely get steals, and there are deals going on for sure at GI. But typically, what I would usually suggest is going for a budget of 150 to about 250 for your first airsoft gun. By the way, if you guys also have any airsoft-related questions, feel free to put them down in the live chat. Put the little Q right in front of your question. Makes it a lot easier for me to see. Or if you want to comment on anything that I'm saying or add anything to it, by all means, feel free to go ahead and do so. I'll be going over a lot of this stuff as well. Right, but yeah, like Lancer's going to offer a ton of different options, and that's one of the things that I really like about them. And a few of the other companies I'm going to mention as well is that there's a ton of different things that you can get. And it's not just ARs. Obviously, yes, that is going to be like, I would say, the majority of what it is that they are manufacturing right now, right, what they have available. But there are so many different options and tiers as well. You know what I mean? Just because, again, if someone's a beginner doesn't mean that they're always going to have the same budget everyone else does. 150 to 250 is a minimum that I would say for everyone getting into it should have. However, you can definitely get a little bit more, right? For about the 200, it's a Gen 3. Yeah, you could get something too, even like a Gen 3, right? You can get something like a Gen 3, which will have a lot of the same features of the Gen 2 with the polymer receiver, but you are getting the updated internals as well with the Nebula MOSFET, right? Is that something that you necessarily need as a beginner player? No, but it is incredibly cool to have. MOSFETs, ETUs, any sort of programming options or electronics aren't a necessity for beginners, but it is cool that companies are willing to offer that in a lot of their models, even at a lower price point. Look at this, like discounted right now, yeah, $225, easy. It's an easy steal right there, well within the $250 budget. And then at that point, you can use the rest of the money to get yourself a battery, a charger, anything else that you really need, right? But that's just one option. Classic Army, like I mentioned, is also pretty innovative in what they came out with as well. Their ECS lineup is insane, right? That was literally one of my favorite, and still to this day, one of my favorite lineups in Airsoft, right? Especially for getting beginners into it. For what you're getting, it is insane. The ECS programmable trigger unit is probably the easiest trigger unit that you can program out there on the market. I genuinely believe it is like essentially foolproof. Literally just holding down the trigger will go ahead and activate it. It's crazy. And there's so many different models that you can get right now. Look at this one. Classic Army MK16, right? Classic Army MK16 ECS. This one's also a no-brainer as well. It's also a no-brainer as well, right? Literally discounted to less than $200, even better, $198, right? Poly construction, very similar to the Lancers. You are going to be getting, in my opinion, a really, really cool URGI style rail system. I really like this design. I think it's a cool aesthetic to have. The Block 3 look is very much in right now. You are still getting that ECS trigger, so again, very easy to have different firing modes, 3-round burst, 5-round burst, or if you really wanted to make sure no one ever accuses you of full autoing them, you can semi-lock it if you wanted to, and it's super easy. Super, super easy, right? That is going to be probably one of the best options you can genuinely get, in my opinion, next to the Gen 2s and Gen 3s. Specna Arms, of course, is going to be, using the same OEM as Lancer. So you are going to find quite a few of the, pretty much all the stuff is going to be the exact same, right? It's pretty much all going to be the exact same, with, of course, a few different exceptions. They may not have the ECS, but a lot of their series are going to have, like, maybe the Gate Aster pre-installed, right? Which is pretty cool. Again, if you wanted to go up a little bit more. But they do have their affordable series as well. If you look up, like, their Flex lineup, there's quite a few different models in there. Yeah, let's see these new Flex ones with the new HAL ETU, or is it HAL? Is it HAL or is it HAL? I don't know how you're supposed to say it. The HAL ETU, right? It's their own in-house one, but again, it's very simple, very basic, but it gets the job done and offers a few different options. Poly construction as well. Again, just another solid pick, right? Again, same OEM as Lancer, though. Same OEM as Lancer. And then, of course, you have Arcturus, right? Now, Arcturus wasn't, in my opinion, always regarded as, like, a more affordable option. Like, they weren't really making a ton of different models that were, like, in that affordable price range. However, their LWT models, you can get them either individually or you can get them with the package right here that you see, the starter package. It's insane. It's a pretty damn good deal, man. It's a pretty damn good deal that you can get right now, where you end up getting not only the airsoft gun, but you get the battery, you get the charger. Again, there's different colorways of this too, in case you didn't want the solid black, if you wanted an all gray one, that exists too. But yeah, man, like, these are phenomenal. All the options that I've gone over are phenomenal options for beginner players. What Arcturus does to separate themselves, though, is the level of quality that goes into assembling their gearboxes. Right now, you don't really see too many companies taking that much time and care, attention to detail when it comes to their gearbox work, just like Arcturus does. They're not at that same level. Don't get me wrong; the other options are fantastic. You know what I mean? Especially for the money. But Arcturus does offer a little bit more, and I am glad to see it. Especially with this package, you are getting a very solid lithium-ion battery and a charger. Lancer Gen 2s will come included. If you get the standard models, they will come included with a battery and charger as well. Right, you can definitely get that option. But the batteries and chargers that you get, let's look at this one, right? This is one of my favorite ones, the LT31 Raider. Standard Gen 2, right, poly receiver. You will get a nickel metal hydrate 9.6 battery and a basic wall charger. Again, nothing bad. It's all good stuff that you can use to get started, but it's not something that I would say is going to be the be-all, end-all battery. Most players would end up using that for a little bit, maybe their first game, and then quickly upgrade the battery to something a little bit higher quality, right? And thankfully, Arcturus already knows this and offered the option right then and there, right? So very cool to see. Remember, guys, we got the promotions going on right now. Every $50 you spend gets you 5 entries into this week's $500 shopping spree giveaway. So make sure to go ahead and place your orders now while you guys can. And we have a poll going on. If you guys haven't already, make sure to go ahead and leave your votes in right now. Which all-around brand is your favorite? Classic Army, Lancer Tactical, Arcturus, or Specna Arms? Put in your votes right now. Let's see who's winning right now. Arcturus is taking the lead right now by 34%, followed closely behind by Classic Army at 32%, Lancer Tactical taking 3rd place, and then Specna Arms taking 11%. Okay, very interesting to see. I kind of figured some people, especially a lot more experienced players, would put Arcturus. That's kind of a given. I kind of figured that was the case. All right, but let's see what y'all have to go ahead and say so far. Shiba, question. So for a giveaway, if I win, do I have to give full legal name on stream? Okay, so yes, Shiba. What you would have to do, here's how the shopping spree giveaway works. I'll link the live stream rules for you guys to check out for yourselves as well. On Thursday, when we make the announcement of the winning order number. You have to put your full name and the last 4 digits of your telephone number that's registered to that account when you place the order. That's how we can confirm that it's actually you. Otherwise, you won't be able to claim the prize. You won't be able to go ahead and get that $500 prize pot for yourself, and it ends up stacking on for another week, making it a $1,000 shopping spree that can go to someone else. That'll be going to someone else. Joe, why is the i5 Emerald line mask cheaper than all the other i5s by like $20? No idea. No idea. Depends on our distributor how much we get it for him. Let's see. He's going through. Still haven't gotten it, but he's a business dude. Let's see here. I won this package from US Airs. Oh, I see. It's got the Arcturus is the way. If you don't know the way, Arcturus will show you. That's the thing we notice with Airsoft, man. And Bowas has pointed it out too. There is almost kind of like this. Obviously, probably like joking too, right? But there is almost like this kind of pseudo, sort of like zealous attitude when it comes to like Airsoft too. We notice that there are people that will go out and say only this like one brand is the go-to, right? There's nothing else that exists out there. And don't get me wrong, I understand having favorites for sure. That's totally okay. We all have our biases. Every single one of us. I have my biases too. I have my biases as well. But I will say that I do like to go ahead and judge airsoft guns individually and not so much just go in and paint stuff with a broad stroke. And I do like to look at individual lineups as well. Like, okay, this airsoft gun is part of the skirmish line. That means it's going to have this, this, and this, right? That's what I typically like to look at individually. You know what I mean? Let's see here. Let me get a promo code for how much shopping I do, Joseph. I did see, Joseph, you did put your order in. I did see that you get your order in, and you got hella entries. But again, guys, anyone can go ahead and get hella entries into this week's shopping spree giveaway. All you got to do is place your order. Literally any $20 get order, and you automatically have a shot. But every $50 you spend gets you 5 entries. Spend $50, that's 5. $100, that's 10. 15. You guys get the idea. You 150 gets 15. You guys get the idea. It's so easy. Multiples of 50. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. Let's see. Make sure I'm missing anything. I need an Ergi, Zach Davenport. Yeah, man. Honestly, URGI rails are sick. URGI rails are absolutely sick. I love that Classic Army literally has two. Like, if you didn't want the poly version, you can get the full metal variant of these bad boys, and they're sick, man. They're so. Look at this. Look at this. And they're discounted too. For me, I'm more of a carbine guy, but I know a lot of you guys like the SPR look. But look at this. Look at this. Normally, 281, it's discounted to 250. 250. That's actually insane. And again, if you did, that is kind of pushing it a little bit at the 281 price point, but discounted, hey, that's pretty close to the 250 like beginner budget, So you're getting at that point, if you can do it, that's a full metal receiver. You are getting the URGI rail system. Plenty of M-lock space to add whatever sort of accessories you want. And you do get the ECS programmable trigger unit in there as well, which is very, very cool, right? It's very nice to see that. You have the option of getting the poly or the metal version for not too much of a price difference. You can also get the carbine version, which I think is honestly my preferred version. But yeah, and honestly, another thing too that I get a lot of questions is, what about different platforms other than the AR? In all seriousness, like in my opinion, and to the opinion of a lot of people, you really shouldn't be getting anything else for your very, very first airsoft gun. I mean, you can. Don't get me wrong. You can do whatever you want. You can get whatever airsoft gun you want if it's your very first airsoft gun even. But usually it is going to be recommended to stick with something that's going to be a lot easier to find parts for, a lot easier for you to go out and customize throughout the years. I mean, that's why you go with the AR. We go with something that uses a version 2 gearbox, right? It's just going to be so much easier to find shit for it, right? That's like the pretty standard like advice that I would hope everyone is aware of and that is has gotten before in the past, because I've gotten the opposite and I've been lied to before from other places, and hopefully that doesn't happen to you. But yeah, I wish someone would have told me this. But yeah, version 2 gearbox, AR, M4, M16, anything in that general platform, like you're gonna be pretty set in terms of like price or parts compatibility and aftermarket support scene. Like you're gonna have pretty much everything there, and thankfully all those options there do have it. However, what I like about brands like Lancer, Specna, even especially now Specna, is that they offer options that are not just within the AR platform. In case you really did want to go with Specna AK, in case you really wanted to go with, say, something different like an AK, Specna and Lancer have you covered. The Specna series, what is it, the SAJ series, the J's? I don't know why they went with the J. I don't know what that was supposed to stand for. But yeah, no, they have their own lineup of AKs. Of course, Lancer does as well. And you can get some of these for like pretty discounted, right? Take a look at this. Let's look at this one, the Shorty. It's supposed to be the 104, I believe. Yeah, J73 Core series. So these are part of the Core series, meaning the both Lancer and Specna have what's called the Core lineup. Basically, it's their models that don't come included with any sort of battery charge. Ordinarily, they would, but the Core means that it's just going to be the gun by itself. You will not be getting an additional battery and charger out the packaging. However, you do save quite a bit of money, which you can use to buy an even better battery and charger. That's actually very cool to see. I do like that you do get the option there. Oh, it looks like Jonathan got himself 10 entries as well. Guys, get your orders in now. You can be just like Keen and Jonathan. They have the highest odds right now of winning the shopping spree giveaway going on this week for $500, but you got to get your orders in now while I can. Order yourself that airsoft gun, like this airsoft gun, for example, right? $179, right, for the Specna SAJ73. That'll be getting you 15 entries into Thursday's $500 shopping spree giveaway, but you got to order now before either 4:45 or 5 o'clock, depending on participation. We'll be able to go ahead and give you some extra entries, but you got to order before 5 p.m. You got to order now while you guys can. But yeah, Lancer, of course, are going to offer those. They're going to offer options as well. Same OEM. They're coming from literally the exact same factory as well, right? Go to Lancer, AK. Hey, there he is. There's the man with the plan.
I have a plan?
I don't. Do I look like the kind of guy who has a plan?
What's a plan to you?
I was just going over all the different options. One of the reasons why I liked, both Lancer and Spectre. I mean, obviously, yeah, same OEM, is that they actually offer different platforms as well. Now, generally, your first one should be an AR. I think that we're all pretty much on the same base on that. Should be an AR. But in case you wanted to deviate from that, you do have other options as well. When you were a beginner, were there other options that you wanted to go with outside of like the AR? Because I know your first one was a G&G, right? Was a combat machine?
I mean, that was the very first, I guess you would say, like serious beginner airsoft gun. I had a low power AEG. Before then, it had a plastic gearbox. I mean, like, I've been saying it over and over again. I think when we talk about beginner guns, but I think people who want to get into airsoft nowadays spoil for choice. So many high quality stuff. Yeah. So I think G&G was probably like the highest quality like beginner gun that you can get for cheap. But outside of that, I think I was looking at the JG G36C as well.
No, that was back in the day. That was a pretty popular option for some. I wonder what it was about the G36 that was
That's
like.
cool, bro.
Was that the only reason that it was super popular? I mean, I know for a fact that like some of them were built like freaking tanks, like the old school like JG.
Yeah.
G36s.
Yeah. I mean, also because it has like the version 3 gearbox, you know. It's also
so easy to find parts for.
Yeah, it's a great thing, and I think also. I think the gun looks fine without too many accessories. I think with like an M4, I know for a fact that like when I was trying to get into like a higher end M4, you know, like a combat machine back in the day, I specifically looked for something with like rail space because I knew that I was gonna put attachments on it. It's like like it's not gonna look cool unless I put attachments on it, you know, and then. Especially like the really basic looking M4A1s, you know, like I mean we were seeing stuff like like everyone wants to build a Block 2 or Mark 18 back then, you know, and I didn't want to get something like that because I knew that they change all that out anyway, you know. But whereas if I got like the G&G combat machine, it has a quad rail already, so I was like, okay, then I can save up money now to buy like a foregrip. You know, I wanted the Magpul, AFG, the Angle foregrip, of course. Yeah. I wanted a Leotech replica on the top with the flip to side magnifier. You know, like I wanted all these things. So I think that's why I ended up going with it. I think the G36C was, I thought it would look cool if I just had like a red dot on it and that's it, you know? So on the same side, I'm like, I think the gun looks sick, but also like, I was like, I might get like tired of it because, you know, I can't really do much to it, you know? I just have like that one look.
No, 100%. The AR platform in general is going to offer a lot of different potential. And so again, it's cool that we have from pretty much every single one of these brands, you know, Lancer, Classic Army, Spectre, and Arcturus. You're going to find options with plenty of rail space and plenty of accessory room to literally accessorize it to your heart's content. All right, guys, let me know also in the live chat. Let's see, right now the poll going on. So we got Arcturus in number 1 at 37%. Looks like Classic Army in second, Lance Tactical in third, and Specna in last place. All right, let me know in the live.
But I wonder, out of all those people that vote, I wonder, like, for example, like people that, for example, vote Arcturus, because I know Arcturus has been like making waves recently.
Yes.
I wonder how many people in the chat voting actually also personally own an Arcturus.
That's true. That's a very good question. For everyone that voted Arcturus, do you own an Arcturus? I'm just curious if you do. I'm just seeing if it's possible. And also, let us know why Lancer is in third too. Just curious about that, considering Lancer's beating Specna by a pretty significant margin, honestly.
Interesting, yeah.
Literally coming from the same factory, too. And also, shout out to Jordan, got himself 25 entries into the shopping spree giveaway. Guys, you can be just like Jordan, get those orders in now while you guys can. All right. Let's keep going through. I saw that there was a question here. I know GI will probably not get the VFC, but it's possible to get the AK-74 and PPSH GBBRs. Ooh, we would love to. Again, it depends on if our distributors are able to get it. If they can do it, we're able to go ahead and bring them into our site as well.
And we have to convince them, if we ever ask them to, import them into the U.S., we have to convince them that, they're gonna sell. Because if we bring a bunch in and you get maybe 2 people that end up buying them, then the distributor gets really mad at us and going, we spent like 15 grand bringing in all this stuff, and plus import fees, and we only sold 2. Yeah.
Joseph Keen. Oh, just ordered his Boaz box.
Hey, all right, man. Can't wait to see your reaction on what you got, and yeah, man, let us know how you like the box. I think you're gonna like what we packed in there.
Let's see. Jeremy Wilson is saying, I think Lancer Tactical's down because of their past, like, tourist pistols from the past with misfeeding compared to now. I will say that, like, while there was a lot of, like, bad press back then for them, I will say, like, I definitely think that overall the image actually is probably a lot better now. I mean, considering how many of the Gen 2s alone, not even counting Gen 3s or any other, just Gen 2s alone, sold last year. It was insane. It was absolutely crazy.
Yeah, and also I think as far as a community goes, I think they might have really misunderstood what Lancer was trying to do. Gen 1 Lancer Tactical, obviously bad. I think they didn't know what the U.S. airsoft market wanted, and so the first generation of airsoft guns were not good. Gen 2, specifically Gen 2 was supposed to be a beginner end AG, like a beginner, like get you into airsoft for as affordable as possible. Dude, like if I started airsoft like around that time when the Gen 2s came out, like a few years ago, or 6 years ago or so, yeah, dude, I would have bought a Gen 2 like no brainer, because it comes with the battery, charger, quick change spring, rotary hop up unit, type runner barrel. Like it has all these upgrades that like I had to do on the aftermarket myself when I bought the Comet machine, and it's still made from the same great, really good polymer. I mean, it's really hard to beat. And I think now, the airsoft community has become more welcoming to Lancer, at least, or the opinions been getting better because of the Gen 3. I think Gen 3 really saved Lancer's reputation, because instead of making their own ETU, they outsourced design arms, and it's a beast of an ETU, and especially at the price that they're selling it for, I mean, you can't really beat it.
No, I get it. No, it's true. Even then, like, okay, yeah, what was Boss been saying? You can't really say Gen 1 is bad because that other shop still sells them under the SEMA name.
Ah, well, yes. But I'm just saying, as an airsofter, or as airsofters ourselves, and when it comes to helping out other beginner players, yeah, like a Gen 1 Lance Tactical is not something that we would recommend in good conscience.
Like, if you were really looking for something that was just, like, hella cheap and you were gonna, like, just absolutely gut it as a tech project, I would say it's okay. You can use it for that.
But the Gen 1's not even made out of polymer.
Yeah, it's gonna be a plastic receiver at the end of the
plastic.
day. Like, no, I get it, but
You might as well just get a Gen 2 Core Series, which is even cheaper because they remove the battery and charger from
that's
that.
what I was gonna bring up. Like, if you
Absolutely, yeah.
like, if money was an option, get the Core Series from either Specno, because Specno offers it too, Specno, or from Lancer, because again, just offering the option with no battery and charger. But again, that money you save, use it towards an even better battery and charger. Absolutely. So the Emerald Light Dymas comes with a new strap and bigger cheek welds, even though it's cheaper than i5s. I mean, yeah. Again, Joe, it just depends on how much our distributor really wants to have it for. Jim Wilson, I think Lance. Okay, answer that one. I own. He's got. Ruben Reynolds got 3 Arcturuses. Damn.
Hey, I respect that. I respect that a lot.
I wish E&L would make other AK variants. Maybe they could also make replicas of AK-inspired guns like the VZ58 or Galil. Now we're thinking with our noggin, man. Now we're talking. I would love to see a Galil made nowadays. Ooh.
Yeah.
If someone were to make a Galil, do you think it'd be E&L, or do you think it'd be someone else that could do it?
I don't know, because I don't think E&L makes. They don't make that many airsoft guns. I think that's the problem. Like they just have like their like core set of airsoft guns, and that's it.
I mean, we are seeing some new E&Ls coming out. The ones that we actually just got in the other day. We did a short on those. If you haven't seen it, make sure to go and check that out.
Yeah, but it's the same. AK.
It's the same AK style.
Updated the internals, and that's it. But I think they are coming out with the current service rifle of the Chinese PLA.
Yeah, that one's kind of cool.
It is very interesting. It's an extremely interesting airsoft gun. I got to shoot it at SHOT Show. It is very interesting, but I mean, the folks over at E&L, like, I've been hankering at them to, make M-Lock AKs, or make like more like Zenico style AKs, to compete with LCT. Because I personally believe that like E&L can really give LCT a run for the money.
I think so too. I actually am agreeing with that. I liked that E&L for a while was, that they still do, offering their essential lineup, making it still another roughly affordable. Yeah, actually, some of them actually are really affordable now that I think about it. Let me look this up. E&L Essential. Right, look up E&L Essential. You can actually find a lot of their models, I believe, under 250 too, which is
What?
pretty crazy.
Wait,
yeah,
no
yeah,
way.
yeah, yeah, yeah. See if we go here.
Oh,
Yeah,
no
look at that.
way, no way.
Yeah, look at this. Look at this.
No,
AKS 74UN. I know you like this one too.
Yo, what?
I know you're a 74 guy as well. The S74U. This one is this is a classic, a very very sound option for everyone.
How is it that cheap?
It's normally 255, which already is
I
pretty
know.
affordable.
What?
So again, for anyone that
Yeah.
was starting or just was looking for an AK that was going to be full metal, real wood furniture as well. And
No,
so-
it's not full metal. It's full
steel, full
Steel.
steel. It is going for a steel right now. The steel airsoft gun. I'm gonna put that in the live chat as well.
All right, no more dad jokes.
And no promises. Folding stock as well. And again, these are solid V3 gearboxes. These are solid V3 gearboxes as well. But again, is it the one that we would suggest them as number one for beginners? No, but it is kind of hard to argue that price, man. It is kind of hard to argue that price.
I mean, at that price, why not? Like that, if you plan on getting into airsoft, like if these AKs are like the apple of your eye, and you already know for a fact, hey, like I'm gonna be in this hobby for the long run. I mean, you might as well just invest into it, you know.
That's true. That's true. Again, my thing is I never really want to scare away. Well, I didn't think that price was too intimidating though. To be honest.
Yeah, that price is that's crazy. Like
I'm also trying to think in the perspective too of like a beginner player, right? That maybe doesn't have a whole lot of money, right?
Yeah. I mean, if you're more like on the fence of I don't know if I really want to get into airsoft in the long run, I just want to try it out, you know.
Yeah.
Then obviously even something like the E&L would kind of command a bit of a high price, which I totally understand. But what I was saying is like, even for someone like me, when I was like 13 years old, I was looking at people playing airsoft, and I was looking at airsoft guns online. I was watching the Airsoft GI YouTube channel when I was a kid, and I knew for a fact that I wanted to play airsoft for like the rest of my life. You know, like I thought it was like the coolest, like the most fun hobby. You know, so if I could do it over again, I think I would have told myself to save up more money to get, you know, like to invest in a higher end gun out the gate instead of like getting something cheaper and then having to do all the trial and error, like legwork to like build the gun to something I want later down the line. You know, like just some food for thought.
No, I get it. Also wanted to give another shout out. Looks like to, was it Michael? Was that his name? Shout out to, where is it? Yeah, shout out to Michael. Got himself 5 entries into the shopping spree giveaway. Again, he's on the board. He has one of the highest chances of winning the shopping spree giveaway, and you can as well. But you got to get those orders in now. While you can. Every $50 equals 5 entries, and it's literally happening this week. $500 are on the line, so don't miss out and get those orders in now. We have about 24 minutes left of the live stream. Don't miss out. Get those orders in.
$500 shopping spree, bro. You could dual wield.
Yeah, you can dual wield AK-74Us, dude. That's exactly what I was thinking about too. All right, Rusty's got a question. Favorite battery charger for 11.1 lipos?
Tried and true Tenergy, brother.
That's probably gonna be one.
Tried and true Tenergy.
Tried and true is gonna be Tenergy. I like the new
Want
Xynos.
that good energy? You get that Tenergy.
I'm surprised that's not their motto. But actually, I've been having a lot of like positive feedback from the Xynos one, with the LCD display.
Yes. Yeah,
Those are
yeah.
pretty nice too.
Yeah, because it actually tells you the percentage.
actually.
No.
Damn it.
Yeah. The Dynamo's one actually is pretty sick, actually. I mean, I'm just saying Tenergy because I have 2 of them because I've accumulated.
I got 2
them
as
over
well.
the year.
Yeah.
Wait, let's look it up. Let's see if they have it.
Yeah, go for it. Again, you can. It doesn't really matter too much at the end of the day, as long as you're going with a proper, smart
charger.
balance charger. Yes, there you go. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
And again, not that bad of a price. $30. That's on.
It's the same price as other chargers, honestly.
Same as the Tenergy.
Yeah. So it told you like the percentage at what your battery's at, which I think is really cool. I think the other smart chargers that like I have and most people use, it just lets you know when it's done charging. But it'll be cool if I could plug the battery in, and be like, oh, like is it low? You know, I'd be like, okay, like I have 60% battery. Okay, I can keep using this. You know?
Exactly.
Like, I
No
think
guessing.
Yeah, I think that's really cool.
All right, keeps going up. Isaias, what eye protection do you use? Ooh, black brick. Boaz and I actually use the same eye protection.
ASG
Strike, baby.
Strike goggles.
Before I actually used the Vulcan, what is this, the Zulus?
Yeah.
But basically any sort of low profile option like these are what I typically go with.
Yeah, the thermal lens is really good. We need more of the dual pane. The dual panes were like my favorite. Yeah, But all these are great options. I would probably recommend the thermal one, especially if you sweat more. It'll just help get rid of a lot of the sweat. Actually, wait, no, I don't think it's this one. My bad. All right, my bad, guys. Let me.
Actually, this one, even with the
Yeah.
clear lens that I saw earlier, that one's actually a pretty good option too.
Yeah, yeah,
I've
yeah,
tried
yeah.
this one.
Yeah, yeah. I have these as well. Yeah, it's just something about these that make it. It's very low profile and it still has a lot of good anti-fog properties. Yeah, and they're still pretty cheap. I mean, we bought them for like $15 a pop each from us.
$12 discounted.
$12, yeah. So, very easy to pick up. I have like two pairs of them. So I have one and I have another one as a backup. You know. Yeah, man. But ASG, come on, man. Bring the dual panes back. The dual panes were sick.
I think that's why they sold out because everyone wanted them.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Ooh, this is a good one. This one comes from, oh god, tongue sticking out face. What's the difference between the Gate Aster and the Titan? Functions. It's all the different features that you get between the Aster and the Titan itself. The Titan has a lot more, I guess, features and control, so stuff that you can actually control and change out in terms of like how it functions and how it operates, like precocking, turning that on, being able to go ahead and change the trigger sensitivity as well. Literally having it on a slider, you can be like, oh, I want it this much, this bad, right? Programming options as well, and the Aster just, well, it is a cool MOSFET, doesn't have the same amount as the Titan does. That's why most people typically go with the Titan anyway.
That and the clout.
Yeah, unfortunately, yes. There's a little bit of clout, and unfortunately, that goes with being like, oh, you got a Titan in there? Yeah, man. What band tee is Boas wearing today? Acrobatics.
I'm not wearing a band tee. It's an edgy shirt. I got a Hot Topic. It just says death on it, and it has the Reaper riding a skeleton horse.
All right, let's see. Ooh, looks like Mossman wants to go ahead and give us a call. Let's go ahead and he wants to chime in. Let's see here. Ah, that's you. Let me to call you. Where is it? There we go.
So, I just want to answer a few things real quick.
Okay.
Like, I think Boas is his choice with the combat machine and all that kind of stuff. It was a great choice for back in the days, but now it isn't, right? It's kind of like how the Sima, what Lancer used in Gen 1 is still on sale on another shop's shop.
Mm-hmm.
Shopping list. I mean, you saw it, right?
I saw it.
The other one is not because it comes with the metal barrel and the metal buffer tube, but it's the same exact internal and whatnot. I just want to have this misconception correct. It wasn't terrible. It was so cheap to a point that everybody got it, and when they use it, they probably didn't really care, like, take care of it. Now, I mean, I hope you understand what I'm saying. It's kind of like if you have an LPAC, you break, who cares, right? At that time, I believe they were selling it, right around that price that I just showed you.
Mm-hmm.
And which is crazy, if you compare it to, how should I put this? Like Marui standard. Back in the day, Marui guns like $350 for full ABS plastic with 3-piece outer barrel, metal outer barrel, stuff like that. But anyways, the question was all around brands. I selected Spec now because essentially it's the same manufacturer as Lancer.
Yeah, same OEM.
But Lancer has way more other, their rebrand stuff. And believe me, almost every single brand rebrand their stuff. Rebrand someone else's stuff, except, let's say, a Taurus, Double Eagle, those kind of like the Chinese brand like Simon and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, of course.
Brands like Umarax, brands like Balkan, brands like Lancer, they don't really make their own stuff. But, like for Lancer, the same OEM that they make the Novice gun, that makes the MGC4, that makes the Spec Knobs, they're the biggest customer. That's why, we can kind of quote-unquote call them the Lancer factory, right?
Yeah.
But that's what I was curious how come Lancer fall into the third place when they do have their M240, they have the AK, they have the PPK-20, they have their ARs, obviously.
I think it's just a matter of marketing, honestly. At the end of the day, like that Arcturus has over Lancer. Not saying that they don't do any marketing. Of course they do, but maybe it's just because again, Arcturus is like pretty on it in terms of like getting stuff posted and getting stuff like out there and making a little bit more waves. I'm not saying Lancer doesn't, but I just think Arcturus maybe just beat him to the punch a little bit. I don't know. That's just my personal take on it. Reason why.
I think that's 100% valid. Okay, and I also think the reason why Arcturus got a decent name, it's kind of like the up-down marketing, because they came out with a limited edition. They only make. There is no other airsoft manufacturer in China has the willingness to just come out with 500 units for 4 or 5 different models. Let me put it like that. It's because every time they want to manufacture something, it's in thousands. Okay?
Yeah, they mass produce that.
Yeah, they probably make something that a lot of people, even though they charge a premium, but the customers are happy about it and they talk about it. I mean, people might believe in the more affordable products are better. You know what I mean?
True.
I believe it's kind of like when Combat Machine was made, G&G already made a few higher end products, like the UNG, like the their M14.
I think their TR16s were still out too.
Yeah, the GR16s already. That's what I was saying. The Full Metal M4s and all that kind of stuff. That's why because Combat Machine was meant to be going toe to toe with the JG stuff. Okay, like the Echo One and then the non-brand JG.
Yeah.
So Bowas still there, right?
Yeah, he's still here. He's looking up stuff for customers at the same time too, so he's just prepping to answer some questions. But yeah, he's still here.
Yeah, obviously. He knows how we are also working with, let's say, the Arcturus on the new NGC4. I think that's gonna fit a lot of people's palette, because they're like, oh my God, they're working with up and coming brand, stuff like that, and that's what we want with the NGC4. That's what we want with the Mayo Gang line. We want to work with different manufacturers if they're willing, and we want to spread the positive vibes and good culture, right?
Absolutely. Again, we are totally open for like collaborating with different brands in order to like put out this Mayo Gang lineup and add more to the collection. Absolutely.
Yeah, no, that's it. I just want to make sure people understand the concept of all-around brand. It's not like, they just make the high-end. I see what Eden was saying. He loves like the BFC, GBB, and all that kind of stuff. BFC never worked on the more affordable stuff.
Yeah.
I believe the most affordable stuff may be their Glocks. Way back when.
Yeah, they're not really a brand that really like goes out of their way to like make anything in terms of like a more affordable platform. It's definitely not something that I see really them doing or OEMing.
Yeah, so I can't really put them as all around. Like kind of like LCT, we can't really put them all around.
No. There definitely isn't really much that I can see that from LCT that normally retails for like under $300 something.
Yeah, and by the way, on to the AK. You know how a lot of people are saying Cyma AK is the king of AK, but I agree with Bowas. I mean, just a few dollars more, you're getting a full steel steel receiver from E&L. Very similar internal. You can go around with what? Some of them are $30 apart.
Yeah, it's really not that big of a price difference at that point.
You're getting the full wood furniture from the E&L too.
Mm-hmm. And steel construction too, and not even like full metal. That's steel.
Yeah, and so same thing you can say with the Lancer and Specnar AK. They're also inexpensive now.
Oh,
so,
yes.
I'm not saying Cyma AK is not good. They built their name on it. They're got to be a reason for it. You know, they were affordable. I believe they're still affordable, right? But there are other choices.
Yeah, better, more modern choices.
Yeah, I'm gonna incline to say better. Maybe it's on par, and yet, on par with performance and all that kind of stuff. But maybe offers more in terms of exteriors, full steel. I believe the Lancer ones are steel too, right?
I'm not 100% certain if they're steel, but I know that they are metal.
I know there's two versions.
Yes.
Yeah, there's the metal ones, and then there's the steel one, and they're not that. The dollar amount isn't that much different. So there. I mean, I'm just saying there. That's why I believe who said it. I forgot who said it. Even on the live streams, like there's just so many choices now. Sometimes it's so hard for people to make a selection.
Yep, that's why we do all these videos, trying to help inform people as best as we can.
That's it. Have a great show, guys.
All right, have a good one. Bye. There you go.
Apologize for that, guys. Boss man got kind of carried away. Hey, but just to answer some of your guys' questions while you guys were listening to that, let's see here. So just starting with Black Brick Ops, I linked you a balaclava if you just want to strictly go for a cosplay. I think that might help you with your COD Ghost loadout. And then let's see, XR Preacher says you're about to drop money on that PPK FE that's about to drop soon. So it's gonna be your 4th Arcturus gun, bro. That's insane, bro.
A lot of Arcturus.
Mad respect for you to back Arcturus. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, Arcturus is a new airsoft company, and so they need passionate supporters like you, man, to help encouraging them to make new and better airsoft guns. And then Brown Neck Reviews been calling your customer service since the morning with no answer at all. Email twice to change the shipping address, and then you give us your order number. So usually
I'm gonna do the thing right though.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna take away that because you don't want other people to have that. That should be only something that you have. You don't want to risk doing that, so remove that. But again, go ahead and message us on the live chat function. Again, it's on the bottom right hand side of the website. I'm gonna scroll up so you can see it. Should be a little more visible there. Right, it should be right there. All you got to do is literally just message the little icon right there, and you'll be in contact with someone from the GI crew. Again, bear in mind our business hours, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you send us an email, it's most likely just waiting in a queue to be responded to. You will get your answer
It
back.
does have to go through our spam filters. We are a business, so we get
A lot.
Spam email. But on the phone, if you can't reach us through the phone, usually our customer service department will try to call you back. So if you see an unknown number, please
Just answer it.
Just answer it. It's probably going to be our customer service team trying to reach back out to you.
Or you can also go on and DM us on Instagram, Facebook, or our Discord server as well. We definitely are. We answer those every single day. All right, keep going
And then
through.
DC says that you were checking out that CZ SP01, but it's so expensive. I think they have this one right here, the Shadows.
These are good.
Yeah. But the bronze, I don't know why it's so expensive. This one is crazy.
Yeah, that's really
but we
pricey.
have we have the gray one, the urban gray one, and it's like $150. It's on sale for $150. That is, which is ASG. That's very interesting.
This SP1 Shadow and this Urban Gray has always been one of my favorite options they've offered. I think it just looks so cool and unique from what else is out there.
It does look very unique. It almost looks like sci-fi, just because of the gray color.
And I gotta be honest, these things kick like a mother too.
Oh, they do.
They hurt.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Wow. Okay. Yeah. I've never shot an SP01 actually.
I've been lit up by one.
Dang. Yeah.
All right, keeps going through. But yeah, like again, let us know again if you guys didn't see your favorite all-around airsoft brand mentioned at all. Make sure to go on and let us know in the live chat. Again, the brands we've mentioned so far were Arcturus, Lance Tactical, Spectre Arms, and Classic Army. Yes. Out of all those, believe it or not, my favorite, as much as I like Lancer, my favorite's actually Classic Army.
Oh, me too. Me too.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say Arcturus.
No. Well, I mean, yeah. I would like to jump on the Arcturus hype wagon as well, but I think that's like the consensus right now online with the airsoft community. But Classic Army, I mean, they've done a lot of good for the airsoft community too. You know, like I think it's kind of sad because they, like just them as a company, just on the business end of things. I can't really say too much, but like they just gotten really unlucky. over the past few years.
Oh, you
and,
mean the Hong Kong incident?
yeah, I can't, we can't get
We're not gonna go into detail, but I was just
about it,
like,
yeah,
but that was unfortunate.
yeah. But they were but they were doing so well, you know, like especially with like the skirmish series of airsoft guns, like they perform really well at really great prices.
The Nemesis
The
line.
Nemesis line was sick.
Oh.
Yeah, so good. Yeah, but they just kind of stopped making new airsoft guns. I'm assuming just because of on the back end of things overseas. So hopefully, fingers crossed, they'll be coming out with some newer stuff. But yeah, I mean their PXG9 was like revolutionary. I think it really helped standardize the 9mm AR style airsoft gun, which I don't think people give Classic Army enough credit for.
I think you know why? Because G&G came up with the ARP around the time.
Yeah, but no one uses ARP spec stuff anymore.
There are a few in this indoor scene. There are still a few in this indoor scene.
But you know, everyone eventually like kind of moved on to like, hey, like the classic Army style of magazine that is now like the 9mm AR like mag, standard mag, right? You have Zion Arms, you have Lancer, you have who else is coming out with it?
PTS even has one.
Yeah, PTS makes mags like that. I'm pretty sure I'm forgetting Specna.
I don't remember if they're they should be. They should be.
They are the same.
It's Arcturus that's different. It's Arcturus that's different. That's right.
Arcturus, but that's because they only have. It's because they have like the modular magwell system thing that their passion project that they've been working on. But I'm sure if Arcturus has just made just out the gate just a 9mm AR style gun, they probably would have used a Classic Army spec as well. So
I can see
just
that.
saying, like, yeah, like they've done a lot that people don't really give them credit for. Yeah, and then the was it the PXG9, the something for SBR.
Who makes that one?
Classic Army.
SBR.
The
AR4?
AR4 SBR, yeah, AR4 SBR. Yeah, ML10. Yeah, even the new Mark 16 ECSs.
You can get this for less than $200 right now.
Yeah. Here. The skirmish ones are nuts.
Those are, again, I've been saying those things are like absolutely a must pick for most people, especially if you're on a budget and you wanted that sort of Block 3 look.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, yeah, this is why I love Classic Army. Like, I think that a lot of the stuff that they do isn't over the top. Most of it is in good taste, so the guns look nice. Yes. You know, even like their lower, like a low beginner end, like polymer guns, they're chock full of really great features out of the box. Rotary hop up unit. You got a Type R inner barrel. You got the quick chin spring system, and you get the ECS ETU, which like they even put, you know, that's the same ETU that they put on their high end guns, and they're fantastic.
I just want Classic Army to come back like swinging. Honestly, I really am looking forward to the day when they come back hard. Yeah. What's a good entry level GB for Milsim, Jason Smith? Oof.
There's no such thing as entry level GBB.
Unfortunately, not Jason Smith. Yeah. As much as I wish we could, it doesn't exist.
All right. In good conscience, I can't recommend. Like we at GI, we do carry some cheap gas blowback rifles.
It's cheaper. Anyway.
Yeah, but I in good conscience, I can't recommend that to you for Milsim. I guess the cheapest I'd go, and I see this with a massive grain of salt because it's very relative. But whoa, why is it so cheap?
It's discounted, baby.
It is pretty damn cheap. Hot damn. Okay, but aside from me guffawing, here's yeah, wow, it's under $400 right now, which is pretty crazy. LM4D. The reason why I'm saying this is cheap is because you don't really need to throw any upgrades into it.
The WeTech is a solid pick, but unfortunately, the WeTech is one of those options where you do kind of need to throw in some stuff
after. It's a hit or a miss. Either you're gonna get something that, again, like most people online, they're gonna say that the WeTech M4 is amazing and it shoots amazing out of the box.
Or you recommended the LM4. My WeTech is immaculate. I never only cleaned it one time. Shoots perfect.
But hey, I mean, but every time I've tried to pick up a WeTech, it's nothing but problems. I mean, like it's a real hit or miss, and you do have to do a lot of work to it. So that's why I'm saying like this is probably the cheapest, the LM4D, just because you buy this and then you buy mags for it, and that's pretty much all you need to do.
That literally you're done. Adjust the hop up for whatever BBs, and you are good to keep using this for on and on. And obviously, just like all GBs, you need to clean them pretty regularly. There's why there's not really too much of a entry level. You will see on our site, we will carry some gas pullbacks that are on the more affordable side from Golden Eagle. Those are using the Western Arm system, which is an incredibly outdated system. I don't really recommend those for outdoor playing unless you're only just doing backyard plinking or just using it as a collector's piece.
Yep.
And that's pretty much about it.
Yep.
Casper, my LM4D got some Riz, I get it now. Riz, our rail integrated. I'm all here for it, man. I love the dad jokes.
Hey, but the quad rail and the M-Lock versions of the LM4D are on sale right now.
Oh yes,
which is fantastic. Yeah, and every day it's making me regret getting Tokyo Marine MWS.
Hey man, you're gonna end up being like is now the new standard. Most companies are coming out with more and more stuff for it.
Yeah. But I mean, I could have saved a lot of money if I just got the LM4D instead and just not have done anything to it, left it alone, and been happy with it.
No, 100%. Again, it's just one of those things looking back. But you know what? I am really glad to see that we are going to start seeing some more like MWS clones in the future, because you know what that means? That means at some point or another we are going to see very, very affordable clones of the MWS.
That Golden Eagle clone.
Go the Eagle.
Yeah. Dude, I'm gonna be so mad. I'm gonna jump off the roof of this building if Golden Eagle releases a really cheap MWS clone. Like I will break both my legs.
Like under $300.
Yeah.
Bro, he would Kermit sewer slide.
Sewer slide. Let's see. When will the new E&L AK-74U be out?
So, Moise Hernandez, there is a new AK-74SU that I've been working on that technically speaking, I believe I made live on the website. I think it's still waiting for offsite quantity to catch right now, so it might not show up immediately, but I think if we check under new products, it might show up. Let's see here. Because I literally just finished a description like minutes before I did this.
Let's see.
Is it out yet? I don't think it's caught yet. I doubt it. Okay, yeah.
No,
It'll take a little while for it to catch, but stay tuned to the website. Probably within the next business day, it'll probably show up.
So I think E&L for sure has those new guns, like they're ready to go then on their end of things, right? Like
yeah.
Okay, so they have arrived in the U.S. Okay, very very soon, very soon, it's gonna be available.
Oh, looks like we have time for one more question, and then it'll be it. It is now 5 o'clock. Okay, this one comes from DC. One last question. M14 and high-quality recommendations. Having a hard time finding a higher-end version.
Lamau. Yeah, nobody really buys M14s. In the real gun world and in Airsoft, I just want to see if G&G has their M14. They're like the only good, really high-end M14 that I would recommend to people. Which, by the way, if you haven't seen our video on that the M14 EBR that they have is insane.
Honestly, in my opinion, I think all M14s, no matter how expensive they might be, they're all fixer-uppers. In my honest opinion, I genuinely believe that if you want to get them... Yeah. If you want them to perform at a battle rifle level...
You clearly did not... Oh, you clearly did not watch my M14 EBR video that I made for G&G.
So you're saying it's perfect and never needs to be touched?
Dude, I was shooting that thing out to like 300 feet.
But what if it could do more?
How can it do more? I've yet to see an airsoft gun that can do more.
I mean, again, I don't see too many people rocking with this one. That's what I'm saying. Again, I want to see what can be done.
All right, there you go, right here. The EBR, look at her. Look how gorgeous she is. Oh, amazing. And this thing shoots like a beast.
Yeah, no, that's actually pretty good. Yeah, it's probably the best one for... But then again, that is pretty hefty price tag at $672.
Yes. Definitely a hefty investment, but it's... I'm just going to say I was blown away at how insane this gun performed out of the box.
I wish I owned one because I think EBRs are pretty cool, even though they're maybe not in fashion right now in terms of models of airsoft guns and in the real steel world either. But I still like these as well. All right, that should be it. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and I think we're gonna go ahead and end up ending it right there. All right.
Just a couple last quick questions.
Make it quick.
Yeah. So Brown Neck Review says any Bluetooth ETUs that are compatible with microswitch triggers, specifically the Arcturus. Fortunately not. Arcturus has a proprietary microswitch. So if you do decide to throw in an ETU into an Arcturus gun, you got to do away with the whole thing. Unfortunately, yeah. So you're going to replace the entire microswitch and put in an ETU instead. They are mutually exclusive. I wonder if Gate or anyone else would be coming out with like a microswitch ETU combo, because that would be cool with like a nice realistic trigger break.
Yeah.
That would be sick though.
Thoughts on Lance Tactical Archon 14? Yeah, it's a solid pick, man. Solid pick. You genuinely cannot go wrong with the Archon series whatsoever.
Yeah. The reel is super clean. And then what's your feelings on the VSC Scar L? Very
Very old, outdated.
Needs a lot of love. Don't drop the stock.
Don't do it.
Don't drop the stock.
Yeah, that's gonna be all right. That'll be it, guys. We're 3 minutes past the end time for the live stream.
But by the way, I'm just saying it just because I used to have one.
Okay, well, he used to own one. All right, guys, that is going to be the end of the live stream. Big shout out to everyone that tuned in for today's live stream. Appreciate every single one of your views. Make sure to go and leave a like on the live stream. Let us know you guys want us to continue doing this. Make sure to go and get all your Airsoft goodies from Airsoft GI, because, again, we're the only Airsoft retailer that rewards your orders $20 or more with a shopping spree giveaway. Make sure to go and get those extra entries in now while you can by placing multiple entries or ordering yourself a mystery box like the 2024 Platinum Hot Releases mystery box where you get 15 entries.
And then Cohen, just to answer your one last question, Kidway Tekken electric blowback. It is, I mean, it's pretty nice. It functions exactly like the ERG, so you get a nice kick out of it, and you have a very unique looking airsoft gun.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right, guys, that is going to be the end of the live stream. Big shout out to everyone that placed their orders. You were getting your extra entries into this week's $500 shopping spree giveaway. I'll see you guys on tomorrow's No Flightless live stream.